Hello everyone, it's Luphisra here. I'm back to play more Lost Horizon. So we have managed to made it to the North Tower. And let's take a look around. Okay.
The North Tower Crypt. This is where all the Tula Society's research objects are supposed to be held. I've got to get down there.
Supposed to be held.
A round stone slab with some kind of occult symbol.
Occult symbol? Can I do something with it?
This slab's separate from the rest of the floor. I can see the seam running along the edges. That said, I can't lift it with my bare hands.
Of course. And there's a crank wheel.
This crank lowers the old chandelier. They must have used it for lighting candles back in the day. Let's see if the crank handle still works.
It would be bad if I lit up the tower, right? Maybe I'll just pull it back up again. For now.
There's nowhere to screw it.
I just want you to lift it up. The drill?
Let's attack this thing.
Okay. 5 minutes later.
There. I've drilled a small hole.
Okay, now I got somewhere to screw that thing. Okay.
I've screwed the hook into the drill hole. It's lodged pretty tight.
Can I... wait. Okay, can I lower this now? Then I could hang it together or tie it together and have it lift up. Or something. Has to be something I can do, right? What do I use the wire for? Honestly. Do I not use the hook to attach the thing?
Fenton, you old dog, you've done it again. The chandelier's attached to the hook, which is screwed into the slab in the floor. When I turn the crank, the whole thing comes away. Shame there's nobody here to congratulate me.
Hey, gotta save. So let's go down.
Ah, there's a cable here. Maybe I can climb down on it. Hopefully it'll take my weight. Looks like I'm in the right place, finally. Not that I'm complaining.
Again, save. I keep saving just in case, right? Okay, look around. I'll look at everything.
There's a sort of dossier on this podium. I'll just skim it quickly. It outlines the Tula Society's central objectives.
The Tula Society sounds familiar somehow.
In the early 1920s, with the aim of restoring the knowledge of lost civilizations for its own use.
Maybe I heard it from like an anime or
something. To the
something.
highest echelons of the German Reich. This gives them complete carte blanche on their activities. They can do whatever the hell they like. Seems they launched a project codenamed Vril under the direction of our old friend, Countess von Hagenhild. The focus of this project is the search for Shambhala. The Tula Society believes that a vast store of ancient knowledge is being hoarded there. The source of morphogenetic fields.
Morphogenetic fields?
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them,
That's
actually.
true with what Professor Hayes was talking about, a store of ancient knowledge. If I remember the professor's description correctly, the hunters and herders of Shambhala suddenly developed into a flourishing and highly advanced society. Hayes reckons some sort of mysterious energy was responsible for the tribe's development. Is that what they mean by morphogenetic fields? These documents contain the research results of a scientist by the name of Aldrich von Hagenhild. Must be some relative of the Countess. Von Hagenhild spent his time searching for the world soul. Christ, can't these people just use sensible names? The basis for von Hagenhild...
Apparently not, Fenton. Apparently not.
...concept that for an organism to develop as it should, there must be some immaterial power steering it in the right direction. Basically, an invisible blueprint determining form and growth. So, why does a rabbit develop the way it does? And why does a pine tree become a pine tree? Who's the architect? What tells them to grow bark? Or fancy lady rabbits? Looks like these questions led von Hagenhild to believe there was some invisible, imperceptible field that controls the development of an organism. He called it morphogenetics. Von Hagenhild explains the holistic aspect of self-organizing systems with his theory of morphogenetic fields. Basically, the field stores forms or behavioral patterns that every member of a species draws from and adds to. This was his Western take on something the East had known for some time. In Far Eastern philosophy, people refer to his morphogenetic fields as the divine essence of nature, or as the soul. He thought he'd identified the soul. He didn't think the soul was a spiritual thing.
Okay, yeah, he's talking a
He
lot.
thought it was a fundamental principle.
A lot of, like, story.
Warped and confused by religions the world over. He even thought he had proof. He refers to certain experiments he carried out. Ugh, this is a lot of information to take in. Von
You can say that again.
believed that in these morphogenetic fields, he'd identified the soul
Is this referring to chi?
behind all living things.
Or it's like chi in Chinese, right? The energy that flows through, like, everything, the life and stuff. Is that what they're referring to? The
documents
soul?
are under lock and key behind a thick sheet of glass.
Okay, I want you to read it.
Documents refer to several experiments which are supposed to prove the existence of morphogenetic fields. Von Hagenhild wanted to prove that every species obtains its entire being, its form, its instincts, from these fields, like some kind of collective memory. These inherited memories control not just the form, but also the behavior, the capabilities, and the knowledge of the relevant species. He called it a group soul. Experiment number 1. The rat experiment. The experiment investigated the capability of rats to find their way through a maze. At the beginning of the experiment, the rats needed 165 attempts before they could get through the maze without a mistake. But a few rat generations later, the number of attempts had dropped to 20. Conclusion. The first batch of rats learned how to navigate the maze, and this instinct was somehow added to the rat's group soul. When later rats navigated the maze, they somehow had access to this ancestral memory, even if the rats weren't directly related.
What?
Experiment number 2.
Okay, I don't get it.
Experiment. 2 ape colonies of the same species were isolated and observed on 2 small islands in the Indian Ocean. Von Hagenhild's team taught the apes on one island a few new behavioral patterns. The other colony was left undisturbed and uninfluenced, so while the apes on the first island are learning how to open tins and the like, the others are eating bananas. Several months later, the apes on the undisturbed island began displaying these new skills, even though they'd never come into contact with the other colony. Von Hagenhild's conclusion: all members of a species are connected by morphogenetic fields. They share a subconscious collective memory. He thought this theory could explain a lot. Animals' sense for impending danger, telepathy, sixth sense in humans. Von Hagenhild also concludes that members of a group can learn something new at a far quicker pace when the vast majority of members of that same group have already acquired the knowledge. These fields are basically stores of information that are effective across space, and in rare cases, even time. Von Hagenhild presumes this would go some way towards explaining premonitions, human beings sporadically accessing morphogenetic fields from varying points in the future. It all sounds very far-fetched, but then it does explain a lot. Supposing morphogenetic fields really exist, they'd be the answer to problems science...
I have to look this up if these are actually a real thing or they make it up for the game.
Add up. If there's
'Cause I'm confused.
some kind of central repository...
This is
of all
going over my head. Actually, all of it.
Christ. It'd basically be the scientific definition of God. I'm beginning to understand why the Tula Society's quite so interested. And if there's even the slightest chance it's all true, why they need to be stopped.
Okay, so the last one to be read, it's going to be a long
This
one. reading, a lot of reading.
Reese map. It's hand-drawn, ancient. There are some notes next to it. Finally, von Hagenhild became convinced.
I need to get the map. I need to steal it.
Definitive field from which all other fields are derived. All manifestations have an origin. He tried to back this up with historical evidence. A world soul, for instance, had been proposed by Plato over 2,000 years ago. But what really convinced him was the discovery of an old, mysterious map of the world, drawn by the Ottoman general Piri Reis. I knew it! It's the map! Let's see. Further on in the text, von Hagenhild discovered that the general had drawn up the map in the 16th century, using sources which were thousands of years old. But how could they have known at that time what the world looked like? He posed the theory that a civilization had existed then, which possessed extraordinary knowledge and skill. He discovered a marking on the map, which was written in an unfamiliar language. Research in Far Eastern libraries revealed it was a long-forgotten Tibetan script. Once translated,
Okay.
the marking indicated the source of all knowledge.
The first, like,
The morphogenetic fields.
20 minutes of this game is going to be all Fenton talking.
Shambhala. Shortly before he died in 1934, von Hagenhild passed the responsibility of continuing the research onto his daughter. Professor Hayes was right. About everything. The Tula Society arrived at the exact same conclusion as he did. They were just one step ahead. Lucky I'm one step more.
Mm-hmm.
Richard used the first key
I'm one
to
step
the gate
more.
in that secret room in the monastery. I just need to find the second. The Nazis can't enter Shambhala without it.
I can enter before them and then lock them all out.
The eye. And I have the map. I just need to use them to find the location of the second key. My last hope of finding Richard is based on an ancient legend. Great.
Is he gonna...
It's time to cross.
People are gonna come in or something?
And I mean everything.
Okay. So, I need to use this to find the location of the key.
Fingers crossed.
I got it. This. Wherever this is.
I've come all this way, but I'm still a little surprised it actually worked. The Piri Reis map really is the map of the Guardians of Shambhala. Or at least it was drawn to their specifications. So Professor Hayes was also right in thinking the priests of Shambhala took the second key artifact to India and hid it in a temple there. And now I know exactly where to look. On the Kathiawar Peninsula, just north of Bombay. Thinking about it, I actually know the commander of the British regiment in Rajkot.
Nice.
If the drunkard hasn't been transferred for disciplinary reasons again, I'm sure he'll lend me a hand. Or at least a decent bottle.
Okay, now get out of here.
I'll just have to find the temple and get hold.
Okay, yes, now get out of here.
What could be simpler?
Come on, quickly get out of there. Don't be like, you know, keep talking and then get caught, right? So yeah, we're flying off to India. Oh no, we're flying off to Istanbul and then to India. Very far away. And again, Fenton, a guy with no money whatsoever, is traveling all over the world somehow. Flyer miles, right? Flyer miles. Okay, chapter 6. Eye of the Tiger. I don't know how many chapters are there.
Looks like the road ends here. This village is supposed to be the last settlement. Other than that, there's nothing but thick jungle in every direction. The commander of the local troops led me this far. But now I need to quiz a local about the temple. I have no idea where it is. Hello? Hello?
Jesus, where is everyone?
Looks like this place was abandoned pretty
Something very bad happened.
Is anybody there?
Look at the...
Nazis can't have been here already. Can they? Damn it. I'll have to find the temple on my own.
Look at the blood.
Feathers, blood. It's clear what happened here. Some huge winged monster had a nosebleed. Or a chicken got eaten. One of the two.
Okay, at least not human blood. It's not human blood. That's good enough for me.
It's a tree. It's a big tree. There are leaves on it? I don't know.
You didn't comment on anything Like, or everything, I mean.
Cloth with me too.
Okay, I'll get both of those. Also, save. Fire pit.
There are some chopped logs lying in the fireplace.
Bundle of reeds. And grab some of that. Might need it.
There are some chopped logs lying in the fireplace. Not much going on.
Okay, he doesn't want to grab that. That's fine. Can I grab the blood? I don't think so.
It's dried up in the heat.
I need to wet it, apparently. Chicken feathers.
A man can never have enough feathers.
Pork shards. Clay jug. I'm just taking everything with me. There's white fur. I think that's cat.
What is that? It's a small goat.
Oh, it's a goat.
It appears to be hiding underneath the hut. Well, no, it's definitely hiding underneath the hut. I can see it from here.
Okay. Can't go into any of the houses, apparently, but I can leave the village.
I'll just take a short wander into the jungle. Maybe the villagers are out foraging or whatever it is villagers do.
Yeah, just take a look nearby. Okay, don't go
there?
too far.
Where do you think you are going?
Christ! You frightened the life out of me! What the hell?
I didn't expect to be people.
Get away from the edge of the jungle. Come here.
What's wrong?
Don't ask, just do what I say.
Have I done something wrong? Sorry, I didn't mean to sneak around. I just wasn't sure where everyone had got to.
There's a man-eater
A
about.
man-eater?
Doesn't anything strike you as strange around here?
Well, yes.
He came into the village last night while we were sleeping.
Who?
The man-eater. Listen to me. The beast is still out there. I can feel it in my bones.
I'll fight him.
And you're the only survivor?
No, during these months, only women, children, and old people live in the village. The young men work on the tea plantations. When he came, there was no one here to protect us. Those who could walk packed their things and left this morning.
What sort of animal are we talking about here? I'm, something of an expert.
A tiger, what else?
A tiger?
A tiger.
No normal tiger, it was a man-eater. Tigers normally avoid settlements. They hunt in the jungle. But now and again, a few of the particularly hungry ones stray into the villages. I remember the old stories from my childhood. When a man-eater has picked out a village, he stalks it for days until he can strike again.
When you put it like that, it does sound kind of scary.
Yeah,
A
it
very
does.
important task. And I'm looking for someone who can help me.
What brings you here, stranger?
I'm looking for an old monastery. Or a temple. Do you know anywhere around here that fits the description?
As a matter of fact, there is an old temple nearby.
Oh, great.
How do I get
Lead
there?
me there.
Show me.
You may have no instinct for survival, stranger, but I wish to retain what is left of my life. I cannot leave the village until the man-eater is dead.
Fine, I'll do the tiger for you.
I'll have a look around and think of something. If I deal with the tiger, will you lead me to the temple?
Take my word for it, stranger.
Okay.
It's a deal.
Be careful out there.
Okay, got it. Go back to hiding.
There's thick jungle in every direction, save for a small trail leading southwest.
Okay, this is the village. This is the lake. This is the jungle. It's unknown destination.
I'll follow the path leading out of the village so I don't get lost. Let's see where it leads to.
Okay, let's just go over. A swamp.
What is that sound? Christ, there really is a tiger out there. I never knew they sounded like that.
Why is there a plane?
Thinking about it, I'm not a vet, but this guy might be injured. No doubt he'd still eat me given half a chance. I should stay out of his way.
Yeah. There's a plane.
I've seen a worryingly large number of plane wrecks in the last week. At least this one wasn't my fault. as far as I know.
Yeah, as far as you know.
He's still back there. I probably shouldn't do anything to attract his attention.
Of course.
That includes climbing trees.
Grab the
I don't know
mushrooms.
anything about mushrooms, but that's no reason not to pick them. If they taste foul, I can just throw them away.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it. I won't say to eat it.
Ugh. Leeches, dysentery, mud. Not very enticing.
Okay. Swamp herbs. Okay, I can't climb that yet because he doesn't want to be called out.
A thick vine.
I mean, by the tiger. He doesn't want to attract the tiger.
It's pretty thick. I can't just pull it down.
No. No. I can't do anything with the vine yet, or the plane. So, okay, back to the path.
It looks pretty impenetrable. I'd need a guide to find my way through. I think I'll stay on the path for the time being.
Okay, path leads to the swamp. And back to...
It's dried up in the heat. The blood dried up hours ago. I can't soak it up.
I need water. I don't have water. Of course I don't. Okay. Let's talk to the man and ask him. Do you know where I can get water, guy?
Yes? Any luck in hunting the tiger?
Working on it.
Yes, I saw the tiger. You're right. He's still lurking about.
Told you so.
I think I know why it came into the village last night as well. He looks injured. He's out in the swamp making sad noises. Would that explain why he's acting so aggressively?
Quite possibly. But regardless, I am staying in my hut. And don't go getting any wild ideas yourself.
But I promised to help.
As you please. Is there anything else?
I found these mushrooms in the jungle. Are they edible?
I would only eat them if you have sleeping problems. These mushrooms contain a natural sedative.
Ah!
Minor injuries.
You can make the...
A Brahmin who performs operations on injured animals and sedates them with the poison from these mushrooms during the operations.
Interesting. So you just chuck them down the creature's throat?
No, the sedative must get into the bloodstream. The mushrooms are cooked and the juice that escapes is then injected. It requires a bit of experience to get the dosage right. Too much of the stuff could knock out a huge water buffalo, never mind a small pet.
No problem. Caution is my middle name.
As if.
I'll see what I can do.
Good luck.
Okay.
Not much going on.
Not much going on.
The old man said that you can
Okay, sorry.
a few sharp-edged pottery shards. The jug's broken, but I could still use it as a container. An empty, tattered basket. Oh no, I stand corrected. There are some stones in here. Fantastic. 2 smooth, sparkling stones. They look rather valuable.
Okay, so... What are these stones? You know about this? Dude?
Yes? Any luck in hunting the tiger?
Working on it.
I found these stones in the village square. I don't suppose they're, valuable by any chance?
No. These are flint stones. Keep them by all means.
Oh, well, thanks anyway. I'll see what I can do.
Good luck.
Okay, so can I make a fire? I'm not sure why,
They should go up nicely.
but I'll make a fire anyways.
The reeds caught. The logs shouldn't be far behind.
Okay, not sure why I need to do that. Do I burn?
In you go.
Okay.
If the old guy is telling the truth, I can boil these mushrooms into some kind of natural sedative.
And I'm gonna make the tiger drink it, and he will fall asleep.
Quick. There's a dark sap oozing out. It's too hot to remove with my bare hands.
I got a cloth.
Let's get this off the fire without burning my hands.
Awesome. Herbs. Jug of tranquilizer. Bamboo pole. I need to shoot it. Can I shoot it? With like a needle, like in those like movies, you blow it and poof. Hit the bird and then, I mean not the bird, tiger. I was looking at the bird feathers, but tiger. And then the Pam falls right asleep. See what I think I can do.
The basket's already broken, so I might as well finish cutting it up.
Oh.
Dismember the entire thing. All that's left are these thin sticks of wood and the hemp stitching.
Okay. Can I use it on anything?
I can tie one of the pottery shards to one of the sticks. Tranquilizer dart. Great idea. If, of course, this was anything like a professional dart. As it stands, I just can't imagine it flying straight. One step at a time, I guess. I could make myself a blowgun, but I doubt this dart will fly straight, and even if by some chance it did manage to hit something, that something would probably, somehow, end up being me.
Okay, I have feathers.
Great. I'll use a few fibers from the hemp cord to make fletching for the dart.
And there you go.
Probably manufacture an operational blowgun. The dart looks like it'll fly straight, but I'm missing one little thing.
What? What are you missing? What are you missing?
But I'm missing.
What are you missing? Poison?
The tip
Ah.
of a homemade tranquilizer. Voila! A perfect.
See, I was right. I'm supposed to make this blow dart thing. Okay. Goat, I need you. You'll be the lure.
He looks hungry. Goats eat green things, don't they?
Is it gonna knock him out? Aw, so cute.
Guy, fancy an adventure?
It's so adorable.
There's a goat in my pocket. Don't ask me how, or more pertinently, why.
Magic. Mary Poppin pockets.
I'll tie a piece of the cord around the goat's neck, so it doesn't run off before I'm done with it.
Oh, he better survive. Okay, tie him to the tree. I gotta make him stay there and then lure the tiger.
I hope this works.
And then
Don't worry, you're not bait. You're just a distraction.
yeah, you're a distraction. I'll be hiding somewhere and then I'll shoot the tiger and he'll pass out and it'll be fine.
Okay, preparations are in place. I'll lure the tiger into the village, then hide behind the tree in the square. While the tiger's busy with the goat, I should have just enough time to hit him with the dart. Let's hope the sedative works. For my sake, as well as the goat's.
Yeah, for both our sakes. The goat is too cute to die. And run! Holy shit. Okay. Okay, don't worry, tiger. Don't worry, goat. Don't worry.
Die. Only one shot at this. Concentrate.
Have you shot it?
No, I've just sedated it.
Sedated? And what happens when it wakes up?
Look, he's injured. There's a nail stuck in his front paw.
Ah, you are correct. He has obviously fallen into a trap.
You set up traps to piss these guys off.
Are you an idiot?
No. Many farmers in this area protect their fields and plantations from all sorts of animals with spiked traps such as these. If a tiger gets injured by such a trap, it cannot hunt in its usual way.
And that's why it attacked
It begins to...
your village.
Chickens, goats, people.
Exactly.
Okay, let's pull the nail out. Then we can take him out into the jungle and hopefully he'll wake up and wander back to his natural habitat.
This could work. I extend my thanks and the thanks of the entire village to you, stranger.
Glad to help.
Thanks are great and all, but don't forget our deal.
Yeah, I need your help
Guy's
anyways.
foot. You find something we can use to move him.
Okay. I'll fetch a cart and we can take it to the other side of the valley.
Okay. 2 hours later. There we go.
We're done.
Then I will lead you to the old temple as promised. Follow me.
Thank you.
This is it.
Here.
Whoa.
I don't see a temple.
Behind me in the lagoon.
In the
I
lagoon?
mean, in the lagoon.
According to records, there was a narrow valley here in which a temple stood until a few hundred years ago. One day, after a heavy storm, the valley was flooded along with the temple. Since this day, everything that remains of
Of
under
course.
the surface of the water.
Of
Only this
course.
statue standing on the roof of the temple bears witness to what lies beneath.
Do you think anything's still intact down there?
I cannot swim, how would I know?
Okay. Well, thanks for your help.
That means we gotta swim.
Stranger, I had better make my way to the next village to tell the women that the tiger is no longer a danger. Would you care to accompany me?
Women, you say? No, I really ought to get back to saving the world. Thank you, though.
Yeah, we need to save the world, Fenton. You can
Needed.
flirt with the women later. Okay? After everything's done, alright? We need to save the world first. Okay, we have to do it for Kim as well. And everyone else and stop the Nazis. Okay. Grab some plant. I'm not sure what
These
plant that
plants are
is.
firmly attached. I can't just pull them away.
Oh.
The jug's broken, but I could still use it as a container.
I can grab water.
I'll fill it with water.
My guide said this lagoon was formed a few centuries ago, when a storm tide flooded the valley here.
Okay, I need to save. Alright. Am I supposed to do anything? Do I go in?
Guide said this. Perhaps some of the temple's still intact. I've got to check it out. At least the water's nice and warm.
Oh, nice. Okay, he is going for a swim. Doesn't even take his clothes off. He just jumps in.
It all started innocently enough. Flies. Nothing dangerous about flies. Then there was the cat. Then the sheep. The tiger. Now sharks. Bloody sharks. I'd better steer clear of him. At least the temple looks intact. I'd better head back to the shore before he spots me. Okay. I have to get rid of that shark if I'm going to reach the temple.
Actually, in real life, sharks don't usually attack humans. Unlike what movies and games like you to believe, usually, from what I know, sharks steer clear of women. Not women, humans. Also, women and men, like humans, right? And they don't bother the humans unless the humans goes pestering them. You know, like they don't usually like go attacking humans for no reason.
This statue is all that's left to be seen of the temple. The rest disappeared underwater when the lagoon formed.
It's a beautiful lagoon though, I gotta say.
My guide said
Yeah, okay, sorry. I have nothing here. I need to get rid of the shark, but I don't have anything yet, so... Back to... Okay, great.
Ugh.
The tiger is gone.
Let's get up there and take a look.
So I can climb up now, finally. Thank me later, tiger. Okay, he's climbing.
This wreck's old. The jungle's begun eating into it. There's a cardboard box in relatively good condition in the glove compartment, but everything else is foobar.
Okay, got a cardboard box.
The cover is attached with 4 hexagonal nuts. I need something to unscrew them.
I need a tool that I do not have. Okay, climb back down. I don't have the tool yet, so we're gonna have to look for a tool to, do it. Can I actually look at more stuff?
It's pretty.
Fine. Do I have to keep watching that? Okay, sorry. I'm scared I missed something because I usually do. That usually happens to me. I miss something and then I get stuck in the game. Okay. Cover.
Let's see what's in this box. Looks like an old radio.
Oh,
A radio with a hand-operated generator. You produce power by turning this little crank on the side. Oh, it fell off.
okay. Well,
Wow, blind luck. The radio crank fits right into the bolts on the cover. Ah, there's an electrics cable under here. Might come in handy.
I'll connect one end of the cable to the contacts on the radio. I don't need to use it at the Besides, my gut tells me this thing may not be up to modern electrical safety regulations.
oh yeah, okay. Okay, nothing else on the plane, so let's go back down. What do I use that for? Do I contact someone or do I just electrify the shark? I don't think that's gonna work, but I don't know. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? There's nothing here anymore. Okay, back to the path. Okay, no. Sorry. I meant that. I meant the jungle lake. Is there anything here? No. Wait, I remembered something. Blood. Chicken blood.
This should moisten the bloodstain.
Okay, distract the shark with blood. I got it.
I've soaked the cloth in the blood.
I'll knot the blood-stained rag onto the loose end of the cable. I don't need to. Besides,
Okay. Leave the village to the Shark Lagoon.
As long as there's an animal.
Okay, and then...
I don't need to. Besides,
Okay. Tossed it in.
The radio can be charged electrically, and that charge could then be conducted down the cable.
And electrify the shark.
I'm sure are sensitive beings at heart. Even a small shock should be enough for him to turn tail. Of course, he's right on the lagoon bed. I'll need him to be right on top of the cable for it to work. Hopefully the smell of blood will be enough to attract his attention.
Let's hope for the best.
It's working. The shark's surfaced, and he's circling the bait. I need to hurry before he pulls the whole thing under.
Okay, crank.
Whap! 40 volts straight to the face.
Run. Go away. Go away, shark. Don't come back. Bye-bye.
Fenton Paddock, top of the food chain. Time to get down there and check out this temple.
Nice. Let's save. I don't want to do that again. Okay. Let's go. Okay, grab that. Hurry up. Oh my god, there's an oxygen level. Oh dear.
I need an oxygen mask or something. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm gonna die.
The temple looks more or less intact from the outside. Maybe it's in good condition inside as well. Who knows?
Okay, go back up first. You're gonna die otherwise. I'll come back down again to look at more stuff because he has an oxygen
I
level.
have my strengths, but breathing underwater isn't one of them.
I need something to help me be able to breathe underwater. Okay, back down again. Look at the gate. I have to do it several times, I swear. Okay. I need something to unlock the doors at least.
It's a huge gate with a recess in the center. The recess isn't very big. I can reach all the way in. There seems to be some kind of mechanism back here.
Okay. Grab some with the mud. Quickly, you're running out of air. You're gonna die.
I'll collect some mud.
And then go up before you die.
I'm running out of air.
Yeah, well, you made it back up. You're not dead yet. Okay, something's wrong with the game. It's stuck. It's not displaying anything. Oh, damn it. Sorry. Yeah, nothing's displaying on my game. I got to I have to end it and start again. I'm sorry. There we go. Game's back on. Okay, I need to do that again. Why don't ya? Grab that rod. Grab the mud.
Some mud.
Look at the gate.
It's a huge gate with a recess in the center.
Okay, go back up. I don't want him to run out of air and then have that happen
my
again.
Strengths, but breathing underwater isn't one of them.
Okay, save at this area. Save. So that I got my stuff. Go back down. Look at the
temple
ruins.
Looks more or less intact from the outside. Maybe it's in good condition inside as well. Who knows?
Okay, anything else? Okay, nothing. Looked at everything. Wait, look at the recess too.
A jagged indentation.
Okay, back up.
All right. So now I have a rod.
This metal rod has a sharp edge. Given how long it's been in the water, it's remarkably rust-free.
Nice. Sharp edge, you say? I can cut the vine, I think, with this. Awesome.
I severed the vine. It's dripping some kind of oily sap.
I need that oily sap, don't I?
Men can moisturize too, you know. There's oily plant sap dripping from where I severed it.
Okay, so I need the oil somehow. I don't know how. Okay, maybe I need something to set on fire? Is that it?
I loved climbing trees when I was a boy. The taller, the better. Nowadays, I tend to only do it when I have to. Like when I'm being chased. Or when I'm bored.
Okay. I need some of the reeds. Can I get any of the cloths? No. Apparently not. Okay. Back to wherever. I can cut the plants too, I think.
There. I've managed to cut away the plants with the sharp edge of the pole. There's a small carving here. It's carved into the stone. There's not much I can do with it.
I have to grab it somehow. Okay, wait.
I'll soak the reeds with some of the sap.
What do I do? Do I put the mud in the recess area inside the stone? Oh, I'm supposed to do this.
Carved into the stone. There's not much I can do with it.
Hello. There's a carving. Okay.
If it's good for my skin, it can't do any harm to an old rock. I'll oil it up.
You're sleepy. You can take a nap. You can take a nap. Can I take it out now?
I've oiled up the carving. Not much else I can do.
Of course. No, I meant to wet the cardboard, not to go in it.
The cardboard softened in the water.
Can I make a indentation on that?
Perfect. This should make for a good mold.
Yeah, I want to make a mold.
Will dry around the carving, and the plant oil should let me get it off again in one piece.
Okay, then clay.
The cardboard's dried in the heat. If I just remove it carefully, and yes, a beautiful cardboard mold.
Nice.
I filled the cardboard mold with clay.
Okay, and then to burn it, go back to the village and burn this in the fire.
Let's hope it's hot enough to fire the clay.
I would think so.
That should do it. The cardboard's burned away, and the clay looks pretty solid.
Nice.
It's lying in the embers. I need something to pull it out with.
Metal rod.
Got it.
All right. Back to the village. No, not the village. I meant the jungle lake. Back to the lagoon, and voila. Don't run out of oxygen, Fenton, please. Don't. Don't.
It fits. We're in business. How has no water reached this part of the temple? It smells old and dank. But at least I can breathe.
Yeah, is it not a good thing that it's not like underwater and you can breathe? Well, let's save here, and this is the perfect place to end stream for today. No, I'll end it on a cliffhanger. We will explore the temple next week when I come back and play more of this game. But yeah, that is it for today. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.